called the etymology of the word. That how the word has been coined in the language. And as you know, in English language, every year new words are coined. New words are borrowed from other languages. Okay, quickly we will do revision of the words, and then we will learn few more words. Total 30 eponyms we have to prepare in this semester. In the next semester, fourth semester, you have very good topic in vocabulary. That is foreign words, most important. So your syllabus is designed in such a way, engineering BTech syllabus, as far as English is concerned, it is very good because the literary pieces that you have are very interesting. Vocabulary topics are also very interesting. Okay, so let us begin without any delay. Eponyms, you know, the words which are derived from person or place name. But please do not try to mug up the words. Let me give you one um, hint how questions will be asked in examination from eponyms. There are two ways to ask you questions. Number one, that you will be asked directly, what does the word Baudelaire means? Okay, we have a question, what does the word Baudelaire mean? And then you will have four options. Number one, dedication. Number two, error. Number three, happiness. Number four, expurgation. Okay, so expurgation is the right meaning of this word. You have to choose that option. That is one way of asking directly the meaning of the word. And number two, another way is asking you for the word. Meaning will be already there in the statement, but for example, to remove unsuitable, offensive, abusive words from any book or play is called blank. Then you will have four words. Baudelaire, draconian, XYZ, four words. What is the meaning of the removing offensive words from the book? It is Baudelaire. So you have to choose Baudelaire. So keep in mind that in two ways you will be asked this eponyms. And it is very easy. You have to associate this word with the story behind it, the history of the word. Please remember the history. Now, the moment you come across the word Baudelaire, you should be reminded of the Thomas Baudelaire. So, moving up is the very, I would say, wrong way of remembering the words. You you think of the story, you think of the history. Therefore, I thought to revise words because they are very important. So quickly we will do revision. Baudelaire means to, has come from the Thomas Baudelaire means to remove. Remove also means expurgate. Expurgation, or it is also called rewriting any document by removing offensive, abusive words. In movie, in book, or anything, you remove unnecessary, unsuitable, offensive, abusive words or any part. That is called Baudelaire. Then we saw the word boycott. You can relate this word to the, for example, France. You know what is happening in the France. A certain community people boycotting the France products. In India, we boycott Chinese products. Means refuse to buy, refuse to take part in any activity in order to show your disapproval. Charles Boycott was the person who was removed from the group. What was the group? The member of the Land Reform, 1880. But Charles Boycott did not believe in that reform bill. He did not accept it. He did not accept. Therefore, people excluded him, banished, boycotted him. So boycott is a verb. Okay, you can add ed, boycotted, or you can also add ing, boycotting. So boycott means not to do something. Okay, boycott the buying products in a particular country. Means you are showing your opposition, you are showing your disapproval, you are showing your resentment. Resent. Then you boycott certain thing. Braggadocio, you remember the word brag, B-R-A-G. Brag is a verb. And you add ing, G is double. Last letter G is double, bragging. Now, what is the meaning of the word bragging? Bragging means to boast. What is boasting? Boasting means you speak about your talent, your skill, your achievement, and you tell people constantly how important you are, how great you are, how brave you are, how intelligent you are. Self-praise. You praise yourself. Show people that you are very great. So that is braggadocio nature. So there are some people who have that type of temperament. That they always keep boasting about themselves. So in Edmund Spencer's epic Fairy Queen, there was one character whose name was Braggadocio. And this Braggadocio has this type of nature. That whenever he would meet somebody, he would start boasting about himself. That he is very great, he is very powerful, he is very intelligent. So Braggadocio means bragging. Braggadocio character. Braggadocio nature. It is an adjective. Byzantine, you think of the, when you come across Byzantine, you think of the Byzantine Empire in the Istanbul, in the Turkey. It is an ancient empire. It was so designed in such a way that it was very complex, labyrinth. Labyrinth means Gulam. So the enemy cannot get into that. If enemy enter the empire, they will be lost. Once they enter, then they will not be able to find out the outdoor. So they come out of that place would be very difficult. So therefore, something which is very complicated and you cannot understand, difficult to understand. So from that empire, the word has come into language, Byzantine. So it is used as an adjective uh, for something, book, movie, or anything which is difficult to understand. Byzantine behavior, Byzantine manner, Byzantine book, Byzantine movie. Okay, so you feel difficult to understand, it is Byzantine. Complicated, complex, labyrinth, difficult to understand. Chauvinist, see, you have also another word, it is jingoism. Jingoist. Jingoist means extreme love for the nation. Jingoism is used exclusively for the love for the nation. Chauvinist is used commonly for the general. Either your love for the study, your love for the religion, your love for the, if you are a military man, your love for your duty. Because Nicholas Chauvin was the military man. He was in the army of Napoleon. And he was devoted to his job. Devoted in which way? That you think that this is the best in the world. Okay, if you love your study, if you are passionate about study, and that means that your priority is your study. You will think that my study is for me the most important thing than other things in the world. That means you are chauvinistic about your study. You are passionate about your study. You have strong, uh, belief in what you are doing. And you give most importance to that thing. That is called chauvinistic. So it includes anything, but jingoism is used exclusively for the nation. Extreme love for the nation, extreme patriotism. Or another word also you have fanatic, 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 extreme love for the religion, and in order to protect your religion, or means anybody who speaks against your religion, you will also take action against them. For example, in France, what happened, or what has been happening, uh, 3 people killed inside the church by fanatic. So fanatic means extreme belief in your religion, that whosoever who speaks against your God or against your religion, even if you will not hesitate to kill them, that is fanatic. And this is chauvinistic, means extreme love for the uh, anything that you do. It can be study, it can be nation, or it can be any book or movie. So strong devotion, absolute devotion for something is chauvinistic. Draconian, the moment you heard this word, it has a negative tone. Draco. Draco was a king in Athens, Greece, and he had established hard laws, hard and very severe, very strict laws and enforcement. Now, Draconian, in order to remember Draconian word, you associate this word with two nations, Saudi Arabia and North Korea. You will easily be reminded of this word. Now, in Saudi Arabia and North Korea, there are strict laws. Anybody who commits crime, he will be punished severely. Okay, so this is used for the laws and enforcement which are very severe, which are very hard, which are very harsh, which are very uh, unbearable, out of limit. So most strict, most severe laws are called draconian, very hard. Epicure, epicure means a person who loves eating delicious food. Epicure person will not eat anything. He will epicure person would eat food which is delicious and which is tasty. And he would take pleasure in doing so. There is also another word I'm unable to recollect it now, but one who is fond of food, for that there is another word, but one who is fond of taste of the food. A pure person would spend money in food, but food, what he wants is it should be delicious, it should be tasty. He would not eat anything, or he would not continue eating the same thing, on and off. So he wants varieties, he wants taste, and he would take pleasure in it. Because Epicurus, the Greek philosopher, said that the highest pleasure, the good pleasure is from the food and virtue. So if you love to, eating food, tasty food, it gives you pleasure. So Epicure, very interesting word. The people were fond of taste of food, delicious food. It's called Epicure. Gastronomy. There is another word, gastronomy. Anything related to cooking, the art of cooking. It is called gastronomy. Galvanize, see, it is also used positively and negatively. Galvanize, see, frogs legs and contracted in electric field. Now, when you get electric shock, means your entire body gets affected. It is called thrilling experience. For example, if you are watching a movie or reading a book, it gives you thrilling experience. You feel in your body that thrilling. So galvanize means completely, know, galvanizing means change people's mind, and you win them, you win their favor with your talk, with your speeches. Okay, suppose people, you expect something from the people. So what you will have to do, you will have to win the favor of those people. How can you do that? You have to set the credibility. What you will do, you will give speeches in such a way, in an effective way, that people will be galvanized. They will be influenced. There will be a great influence on people of you. So they will be ready to do then what you want them to do. For example, if you are a politician, you will give a very big talk, good speech. People, will then vote for you. They will vote in your favor because they have been motivated by your talk, your speech. To galvanize with this, to motivate people, but with intention, with selfish intention. The politician you want, you expect vote. And therefore, you galvanizing people, motivating people in such a way that they will be ready to vote for you. It's called galvanize. Okay, so tomorrow, most superpower nations' elections result are to be declared 3 November. Things will be clear tomorrow if Trump or Joe Biden who will be the next president of the United States. So galvanize means to win the favor of the people by giving speeches. Gerrymander also related to election. By cheating, you win the election. Elbridge Gerry was the governor in the Massachusetts in America, and what he did was he fixed elections by cheating. He would extend the boundary of the constituency, regional boundary, so maximum vote will be uh, in the favor of the party what he wants to support. So by cheating, winning the election, that is called gerrymandering. Then we discuss Hector. Hector has also negative talk, terrorizing people, threatening people. Hector is used as a verb. You can add ing, hectoring. You can also add ed, hectored. Hector was fighter in the Trojan War. He fought in the Trojan War, historic war, ancient war, and he was a very strong, negatively strong, that he used to threaten other people. And he would tell people that please believe me, if you go against me, he will kill, he will punish. So pester, bully, terrorizing and harassing people, mental torturing people. That nobody should raise finger against Hector. If they do so, they will be punished. That is Hector, terrorizing people. For example, China is hectoring the neighboring nations. That is hectoring. You follow our dictate. 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 Dictate means order. China expect its neighboring country to follow its dictate. Behest. 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 Dictate means order. So China expects that their orders should be followed by the neighboring countries. So that is, if they don't, what they will do? They will terrify, threaten. They will snatch away your territory. That is called hector. So China is hectoring neighboring nations. Luddite, another word. Okay, in the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, what happened? In the 18th century, in the factory, the people were replaced with machine, invention of the machine. So there was one laborer whose name was Ned Ludd. And Ned Ludd, he was very angry. He was against this invention of the machine. He was against this the revolution, the progress in the factory. And therefore, with anger, he obliterated or destroyed weaving machine. He had broken the weaving machine in 1779 in order to show his anger, to show his opposition. He was against the progress and development that he did. To those people or a person or a group who is against something, progress, he is called a date. Okay. For example, in this year, government announced a new education policy. There will be people who are not in favor of it, opposition. They will oppose this. So they are called a date. Or recently, our government passed in Parliament land reform bills for the farmers. So there are certain states who are opposing it. So this is called a date. That you show your disapproval uh, for the progress, development in anything. That is called the date. Now lynching, very easy. Lynching means suppose anybody has committed any crime. So in every nation there are laws and enforcement. We have justice uh, in the constitution of a particular country. But now lynching is something that you kill somebody, criminal, without any law, without court trial, or without any legal procedure. That is called lynching. Why this word has come from William Lynch. Now, in the county means a small region in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, there was no court, lack of court, and because of that, William Lynch uh, he made one agreement with Virginia Assembly in 1782 that if anybody who commits crime in the Pennsylvania, he will be killed without any legal action against him or her because of lack of court. So it was agreement, and then this came word used in all over the world. It means to kill a criminal or whosoever is the guilty, culpable. If he is guilty of something, then he will be sent to judiciary system. But without that, neglecting the judiciary system, you give punishment. It is called lynching. Machiavellian is also has a negative tone. Okay, Niccolo Machiavelli had written one book. Title was The Prince. In that book, he made one argument. And what was that argument? That if you want to achieve power or maintain power, it is only possible if you deceive people. That means without deceiving people, you cannot maintain power. So another way of putting it is that you have to follow immoral path, unethical path. If you follow ethics, if you follow moral path, then you cannot have power. Okay, so Machiavellian attitude. So any person who believes in that statement, that argument made by the Nicholas Machiavelli is called Machiavellian. Okay, a politician, if he believes that I have to, deceive people in order to maintain my power, so it is Machiavellian. But if the honest politician, if he thinks that no, power has nothing to do with the immorality, by honestly also you can maintain your power. So that is not Machiavellian. Machiavellian attitude is one who believes that power is achieved and maintained if you do some immoral injustice to other people. Wrong path. In order to maintain your power, you have to choose wrong path, and you do not hesitate to choose wrong path. That is Machiavellian. If you are honest, if you are moralist, then you will think twice, doing something wrong. But if you are Machiavellian, that means you will not hesitate because for you, your power matters. So for the selfish gain, if you do something wrong, that is Machiavellian. And malapropism, very interesting word. Sheridan had written one play, and the title of that play was The Rivals. Rivals, Restoration Time. And in that play, there was one character, lady character, whose name was Mrs. Malaprop. Now, Malaprop was a type of character that she would, in her talk, deliberately make mistake. What type of mistake? That she would replace some words, she would mispronounce words uh, in order to create humor. Her intention is to create humor. So malapropism is that deliberately in your speech, in your oral talk or in writing, you misplace the word or you mispronounce the word or you misspell the word. That means malapropism. See the example, barking dogs seldom bite. So there should be dogs. Instead of dog, horse is used. Why? Because of the humor. Intention is here to create humor. So barking horses seldom bite. A reader will laugh at it. It makes us we feel humor about it. Barking horses seldom bite. How can be horses? It should be dogs. So in order to create a humorous effect on the reader, that is called malapropism. Okay, you have another thing, euphorism. EU, something good. Okay, you have euphoria means happiness. Utopia means very good place. You have euphony. Euphony means very good sound, pleasing sound, euphony. And cacophony, harsh sound. Unpleasant sound is cacophony. Euphony is the good sound. And you have euphemism. Means writing or speaking in such a way that it should be very good, pleasing. I give you. I'm not talking about malapropism. Malapropism means you mal means you do some change, exchange something in order to create humor. But I'm talking about euphemism. Euphemism means to say something in such a way that it looks even bad things you can say in a good manner. For example, instead of saying that somebody died, instead of using the word died, you can use passed away. When you use the word die, it looks something unpleasant. But you instead of that, you use pass away. It looks something good. So that is called euphemism. Martinet means a person who believes, strongly believes rather, that rules should be followed anyhow. No liberty. Sometimes if it is not necessary to follow the rules, in that time also he believes that it should be followed. No liberty, full restrictions, complete 100% restriction that people are abide by to follow the rules. No escape. So that is Martinet. You see the example when I was child, I thought that my father was Martinet. Why Martinet? Because he didn't allow his child to do anything else you know uh, more than what his father says. He was constantly ordering me around the house. That is Martin. What you say that he should believe, he should obey what I say. He is not allowed to have any freedom. That is Martin. Negative one. Then modeling, over sentimentalism. There are two types of people. One who can control their emotion, another who cannot. Pity and fear. We watch movie, we read novels, they arise, literature arise, pity and fear in us. Some sentimental, if you are reading sentimental novel, if you are watching movie sentimental, it will make you cry. You start weeping if you are over sentimental. Tears will come out from your eyes. Though what you are reading, you are saying is not the original. It is not the original thing. It is the imitation of the reality. So that is called over sentimentalism. That that you cannot control your emotions. Easily start weeping, start crying, start hearing. Very good example. Let's give one. Lady rarely talks about her dead husband. She doesn't want to talk about her dead husband because if she talks about dead husband, then she is reminded of her dead husband, and she will then not be able to control her emotion. She will start weeping even in front of the people, public, because she is modeling. That is modeling. Modeling film, modeling novel, so anything, any movie, play, any book that makes you very sentimental, that is modeling. It is an adjective. How this word came? Because in the Bible there is a description of Jesus Christ, and at the crucifixion time of Jesus Christ, there was one lady who cried like anything. She wept a lot. Upon that, this word has come in the language. If you can't control your emotion and start, tearing, that is called moodling. Now, Maverick is also very interesting word. Independent way. You take decisions your own way. You live your life in your own way. Without nothing is governing you. Now it is very interesting broad topic to discuss. That are we really? Do we have freedom? Do we have liberty? All the decisions, all the choices that we make, are made freely? Do we have complete freedom to think about our life, to make career choices, or something is there, family or religion or the country that makes us, indirectly to take certain type of decision? What is governing? If nobody is governing, there is no pressure. Independently, you are taking your own decisions without influence of anything. That is maverick. Maverick. Very interesting word, a very popular word. This is used in English language on and off. Augustus Maverick was the person, was the cattleman, and he did not care for the branding his animals, cows. the vapors. So anybody found any stray animal, they would think that it belongs to the Maverick. And Maverick was a very careless person. He was independent. He never follow the custom. Never follow the ritual, mores. Mores. Mores means social custom, social rituals. If you don't follow social mores or any custom of any institution, organization, and independently you do something new, freely you take your own decision, that is marriage. The person who thinks and acts independently, behaving totally differently from the expected or usual way. He is an excellent writer and maverick scientist too. Maverick scientist means doing your experiment not in usual way. You are doing it in your own way, in an independent way. Maverick teacher, for example, maverick teacher means using innovative technique. Now, with the help of chalk and book, or some protocols are very fixed. That being a teacher, you should maintain certain protocols. This is how you have to explain certain things. This is how you have to treat your students, giving them some tasks, encouraging them, motivating them indirectly. This is how usual teacher does or works and treats the students. But maverick teacher is somebody who is doing something totally different from the rest of the teachers, the usual teachers. He will do something extraordinary, something that people will think of him that he is doing something extraordinary, something unbelievable, something new, something different and independent. That is called maverick. Suppose if tomorrow Trump or Joe Biden, whosoever will wins, uh, if, if Biden or the Trump is maverick, that means that he will not continue what the American politics has been so far. So independent thinking will make new laws, new policies. That is good matter. Okay, so here time mesmerize all the words we have discussed. Okay, yes, Sakya is also getting late because lunch is already ready, waiting for him. So we are not in a hurry. Two classes are there in this week. So next two sessions we will continue discussing the words. So from mesmerize we will begin, and our target is to complete 30 words. Okay, now you can type your number. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Quickly type your roll number and revise all the words which are very important. From mesmerize we shall begin the next class. It was a revision class today. I thought that these words are very important. They should be revised. Okay. MCQ based, yes. The CIA 2 will be MCQ based, but I'm not sure about the final exam. But CIA 2 will be conducted MCQ. Final, I'm not sure. Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you all. Here we stop.